Today we're drinking a Steading Brews recipe, 1-year-old Goji Berry Wine. Hello and welcome to the tasting room. I'm Brian.
I'm Derica.
And on this channel, we drink adult beverages and judge them. This is our Goji Berry Wine. Honestly, it's a gorgeous
color. It's like a reddish brown. It is also quite clear, which is lovely with that beautiful fall-like color.
The aroma on this is incredibly unique. It's like nothing we have ever made. Goji berry is just such an incredible, it's like an earthy, fruity, plummy.
Yeah, it's kind of like raisins and...
Yeah, a lot of raisin.
And Blum's had a baby.
Dates.
Throwing some dates, yep.
But then there's almost like a caramel, like a smoky...
Like a caramel coffee combo, almost.
Yeah, it's really unique. I'm going to taste it.
All right.
Because that's what we do. As we were doing the pour cam for this, Derek was like, we don't like this one. I was like, are you sure about that? I seem to remember drinking some of it fairly recently. And I'm going to reserve judgment for the end, but I think my face probably tells you she was right. It
has some good aspects and it has some bad aspects.
It's weird.
And they're not really playing well together.
Nope. It's...
So up front, I'm getting some sweetness, but then I'm getting bitter and...
It's discordant.
Almost burnt.
Yeah,
notes.
It tastes like burnt sugar.
And I don't know where that came from.
Now, this is 12% ABV, so it's not like super high, it's not low, it's right smack in the middle, but it's only 1.004. This is hitting way above 1.004 for sweetness.
Yeah.
Way beyond that.
There's also something that I feel is missing, and I feel like it needs more tannins. Not on the flavor. On the flavor, I would say, my brain is saying there's plenty of tannins, but on the palate, on the mouth, it's feeling a little
It feels watery at first. Let it sit for a second. Try that. It gets thick. Like it thickens in your mouth.
Yeah, it's...
That's going to go over really bad in the cost. Anyway,
I want to feel like I enjoyed this more when we first made it. I don't remember.
Maybe don't let it sit in your mouth for a while.
See, it's working.
It got worse.
It's working on Brian in a bad fashion.
Yeah. I don't think I liked this when we first did it, though. I don't know.
I remember...
It was weird, and then it got better.
That I think we kept confusing it when we were trying to remember on it.
It's possible.
With acai. And the acai... came out way better than we ever anticipated.
That's the one that I drank recently.
That's the one we really enjoyed.
Yes.
The Goji.
Yeah. Acai was okay.
Acai was very lovely.
This is like...
I remember at the end of acai, we're like, that would be a great base for a Klingon blood wine.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it had these similar notes. They were just working really well together. Where this just...
This might make an okay marinade for something.
Maybe. I mean,
it's weird.
It's heading towards the molasses realm.
That's what I mean. That wasn't a compliment.
No, I know.
That was not a compliment. It's weird because it smells actually really interesting and kind of pleasant.
It's beautiful visually.
It looks like a liquor.
It smells interesting. It tastes odd.
Like ass.
It tastes odd. There's a lot going on there. And
it tastes like somebody took raisins, squeezed out their juices, mixed them with a little mud, and then strained that out.
and let that sit on old coffee grounds.
Yeah. But then they threw in some burnt sugar. We're making this sound awesome, aren't we? This is just truth. I mean, this is our recipe. If we don't like it, we don't like it.
I feel like it can be improved, but I don't know how. Maybe make it without goji berry.
I was just going to say exactly that. I was going to say, either reduce the amount of goji berries to 0 or use something else. I do feel, though, that they would make... Okay, hear me out. I'm going to try to put a positive spin on this if I can. I think that a smaller amount of goji berry used in something to add some of the notes that it's giving, kind of like the way we use raisins.
Now, somebody recommended using goji berry and green tea together, but the earthiness that sometimes
I'm afraid of
comes
that. It's
from
gonna
green
taste like-
tea.
Then it's going to be like somebody took raisins, squeezed them out, mixed them in mud, and then added grass to it.
Yeah, I don't.
Nope. No, thank
I
you.
don't think that's the direction I would go with this.
I don't know. I don't want that.
I don't know what direction I want to go with this.
I think though, like as a just an afternote, like a little extra note in something, this could work. Like if you mixed 1 part this to 8 parts of another mead, maybe that needed a little more complexity, I think this would do.
rather than a wine, because this is a wine.
Oh, or mead or wine, whatever. But kind of like the way we use raisins, where we
There's a
put
little accent.
yeah, it's just a little bit of richness, a little bit of extra. That's what this is really good for.
Yeah.
Okay, I have an experiment. This is the tasting room. We're gonna taste stuff. So I have a little bit of this left that I don't want to drink.
I feel like cherry would
Where's
improve
that?
this. So like,
Oh, you put it in there.
I'm thinking
I was gonna mix it with that dry mead that I
that
didn't
guy
like the other day.
up there.
But I'm afraid 2 things I don't like mixed together is not going to make something I do like.
You can get another. There's another bottle right
Yeah,
here.
but one's open in the fridge.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
it's in the fridge.
All right. So what we have here is our step feed dry mead. We did an experiment on the City Steading Brews channel where we did a step feed and an all the honey at once, and we compared them at the end. And then this is just both of them mixed together. It's about 14%. It's a little funky, okay? It's very, very dry, but it's a little funky. Not really my favorite thing. So I'm going to try mixing it with this and see if 2 wrongs make a right.
I'm gonna say no.
Probably not. I found it was okay to drink. I didn't even do an 8-to-1. It's like maybe a 2-to-1, if that. I found it okay to drink with a little sugar added to it. That was the only way that I could really drink this one. It changed the color drastically.
It did. It
Now
looks like iced tea.
Yeah, it does. Okay, now it smells like that.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Not really a good thing.
Yeah, I don't think this is the route you wanted to go. Oh.
Actually.
Oh. Oh. Okay. It kind of smells like a coffee mill now.
I'm not getting coffee smell. I'm getting grapefruity smell. There's grapefruit in that smell. But it improved this ever so slightly.
It improved the mouthfeel of this tremendously.
But it took this down to a manageable level. So I think there's something to what I'm saying.
I think, yeah.
Let's but I don't think there's enough of that. Here, get the mad scientist jacket out here.
I'm gonna go with my cherry concept.
Add cherry to I don't want no, don't put cherry in this glass.
No, not your glass, my glass. And by cherry, I don't mean cherry at all.
That's not cherry. That's amaretto. You're gonna put amaretto in that?
Amaretto makes everything better.
Yeah, but it's gonna make the amaretto bad.
Ugh.
Why would you want to do that to amaretto? All right, so I now have like a 50-50 mix, I think.
I need like another glass so I can. No, it's all right. It's all right. It's all right. I'm just putting a little bit in there because Brian's already angry at me for wasting amaretto.
By the way, more goji berry mixed with the bad mead didn't really help at all. All right, fine, I will taste it. It smells like amaretto.
It's so much better.
Really?
Gave that little.
You are not wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And you saw how much I poured in there. It was a nice
Okay,
pour.
this deserves a Christopher Walken. Wow.
Wow.
That's really good. I still think I like amaretto better than that,
Yeah,
but I like this a lot better when mixed with the amaretto than I like this alone. I don't think I even want to finish that. I'm not gonna make you drink it after drinking it. You're not gonna like it at all.
I don't know.
I mean, amaretto's like pure sugar, really. So
Well, I felt like it needed more sweetness.
Yeah.
And it needed a flavor that was going to counter its burnt craziness.
Yeah. So we have our scoring system up on the screen right now for you to for your purview, so you can find out how we score things. Basically, it's 1 through 10. The occasional past it to 11. If it's worth it, this, I'll just warn you right now, this is not getting an 11, if anybody thought it was. On its own, before we mixed it with anything, can you remember?
Yeah, I can remember. It's not a pleasant memory.
Okay. Do you have a number?
I'm just gonna go back to my happy place. Oh, I do. It's probably
All right. Well,
unfair.
Got to do it.
And harsh.
We are here to judge. That's what we're here to do.
You have been judged.
That's right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah. This. What?
I raspberried it.
Yeah. If you like goji berries a lot, maybe this is the thing to try. I think mixed with other things, it might actually work. I think goji berries themselves put into other things as a very small fragment of their essence might help. Or put it in amaretto. If you feel the need to ruin a bottle of amaretto.
Hey, this is more than drinkable. This is
Yes,
pleasant.
but is it better than the amaretto on its own? I don't think so.
But do you really need to be drinking straight amaretto?
Why not?
Who cares, right?
It's only 28% alcohol.
It's only 28%. Ah, come on.
Yeah, it's not like, it's like midway between a real liquor and a liqueur.
But this isn't the cheap amaretto. This is the nice.
Oh no, that's the good one.
That's the nicer.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, 60 or 80 bucks a bottle for, that's the 175 liter.
Italian.
Yeah, that's the 175 liter though. That's the big thing. Here, drink this too. I'm just going to put amaretto in that now too. Okay, now this I got to see.
Well, it's just a little bit, so I can.
Yeah.
Just a little bit.
Every drop counts.
Every drop. That's right.
Every drop is sacred. I have a feeling we're going to get away with more on this show than we get away with on Steading Brews. Just a feeling. By the way, if anybody thinks we're drunk,
We are not.
not even close. We're just like this all the time.
We are naturally silly people because
we try to be.
life is too short, ladies and gentlemen.
Exactly.
Mm,
Do I even want to? Oh, that's way better than it was.
it's way better than it
Way
was.
No, you didn't taste it before you added the
didn't
amaretto.
want- I didn't want to.
I wasn't going to drink it, but I'll drink it now.
All right. So what have we learned today? Amaretto.
Play with your food.
Everything.
Blending things is fun. And that's one way that you can take something that is less than pleasant and really not good and make them into things that you can actually enjoy. So that's the takeaway from this particular video. We're getting a little bit on the long side today, so we're going to call it here.
If there's anything you would like to see us taste, let us know in the comments below, and we will try to make it happen. Now,
As long as it's legal.
and something that we can actually
Yes,
get.
something we can actually get.
Because, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, I'm going to use the same closing from Steading Brews because, well, this is just an extension of Steading Brews. So, as always, guys, thanks so much for watching and have a great day.
Bye-bye.